Let me just bring in Abha Singh. Abha Singh, is a case made out A for an SIT also, of course, when under the law, a spouse, a woman married to an individual dies because of unnatural circumstances within the first 7 years of marriage, correct me if I'm wrong, a case has to be instituted, doesn't it?
Definitely an SIT is required because the role of Delhi police is under cloud. When the magistrate inquiry was ordered under 176 CRPC, it had clearly said that Sunanda has died under an unnatural death and a police detailed inquiry was required. Then when 306 says abetment to suicide, if a married woman dies within 7 years of marriage, it will be presumed that the husband is responsible, and the presumption is under the Indian Evidence Act 113A. It will be presumed that she was she was probed to mental and physical cruelty, and in this case the mental cruelty was obvious. The way Sunanda was tweeting, the way she was interacting, there were injury marks on her hands, palms, on her face. So with so much of evidence, why FIR was not registered? This shows that the Delhi police was under pressure.
She's wrong.
The way Shashi
See, this is what happened. These are when facts are manipulated. She's wrong.
Okay.
Please let me correct her. Abaji, with all humility, please may I correct you. Abaji, please may I correct you with all humility.
No,
Abaji, please let me speak. No, wrong on fact. The FIR was registered. One second.
The FIR was
Please,
not
can I,
registered.
one at a time. She's wrong on fact.
Let her finish. I'll give you time. Yes, Abha Singh, repeat 3 of your points because they got drawn down.
Listen,
go point by point.
The point is very obvious with the injury part. See, when there was 306 says abetment to suicide, 7 years, within 7 years. 113A Indian Evidence Act says it will be presumed that if a woman dies within 7 years of her marriage, the husband would be responsible if she is subjected to mental and physical cruelty. Here the physical cruelty is obvious with the injury marks on her face, on her hands. So it is an open shut case. An FIR had to be registered. The magistrate said Delhi police must inquire. It had said in its report it is an unnatural death. Unnatural death is either murder or suicide, and in this case we were presuming that it was suicide. Till proven that it is a murder or whatever. Delhi police not registered an FIR.
Okay, let's get Tehseen in on this. Tehseen.
Okay, first of all, she's only right about one point. The magistrate said that an inquiry must be held. The inquiry was held and FIR is registered by the Delhi police.
Against
unknown people.
Well,
now that is exactly my point.
So that is also Abha Singh's point. That cannot be.
1 second.
In this case, that cannot be.
She said there's no FIR. 1 second.
How can we know?
Yeah, you have to let me make my point because you let Abha make your point.
Like this.
Please do not mislead your viewers. Give me a minute.
I'm not making it it's the expert.
An FIR is registered unless against unknown people. Now, if there was any evidence against Shashi, why hasn't the Delhi police under Mr. Subramaniam Swamy and Rajnath Singh not indicted Shashi Tharoor? Number one.
Okay,
last point. Just one point. And since you have a lawyer and you have a doctor here, were the injury marks on her body the result of her death? Number 2. And number 3, I know Sunanda and Shashi personally. I know what Sunanda suffered from, and I have a relative who suffers from the same thing. Injury marks, but happen on the body with what she suffered. Please let me make just one very factual point. 10 seconds. My relative is suffering from the same thing she used to suffer. They injured themselves.
What is this?
Injury marks. I don't want to get into that. This is the privacy matter.
No, I know, but
this is a privacy matter.
Hang on, because this report, 1 second. You know what is she suffering from is an important point.
Yes. And what she suffers from is what my relative suffers.
Because are you referring to lupus?
Yes.
Are you referring to lupus? Well, this report makes it very clear that she did not have lupus.
This report.
She did not have any lupus. That this and her parameters were consistent.
This is a leaked report. Let the final report come out. A leaked report.
A leaked report.
I'm not going to base any judgments based on this.
This is very convenient to you, sir. That's very convenient.
No, it's not. I can speak on my personal experience.
Sunanda Pushkar did not have any cardiac problem. It was first hinted that she would have had a cardiac problem. It was suggested. I don't know by whom. You see, Sunanda Pushkar was not suffering from hypertension. It was suggested that she was under treatment for that. Deceased Sunanda Pushkar was not suffering from diabetes or from tuberculosis. It was suggested by people like you who supposedly knew her that
I never said
well, people said, I'm not saying you, I'm saying a lot of people who came out at that point said that she had a heavy chest congestion, etc., etc. Deceased Sunanda Pushkar did not have any disease of brain, lungs, liver or kidney. Deceased Sunanda Pushkar was thoroughly investigated for various autoimmune connective tissue disorders and was found to be normal. Deceased Sunanda Pushkar Tharoor was thoroughly investigated for systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE. However, she was not found to be suffering from lupus. So I am saying, sir, and I want to come to, one second, I'll come back to you, Mr. Hegde, I want to come to you. Given all of these inconsistencies in what has been claimed and what is being proven on record, do you believe this is a fit case for an investigation into the circumstances? And remember, there are other tricky circumstances. There were tweets from her which suggested that she was not comfortable.
That's, who told you that the investigation is not on? The investigation has not been closed. There is an FIR. There is this report which has now come up. It's up to the investigating officer to continue with the investigation. Whatever he needs to do, he needs to do. If he is not doing his job, that's
what
when
would constitute doing his job? Let me rephrase that question.
Yes.
Do you believe that at this moment it's a general inquiry which is perhaps on hold because the earlier reports claim that the person died because of a natural death?
No, there could have been that doubt that she died a natural death or
suggested it.
Accidental overdose of drugs voluntarily ingested. That was the theory that that was there earlier. Now this report says that it was a case of poisoning.
Okay.
It could be suicidal, it could be homicidal.
Yeah.
Now the investigative officer, the investigation has not been closed. The investigative officer has to go on further. The crucial fact to my mind, however, is this, that she doesn't die in the matrimonial house. She dies at an alien neutral venue.
Okay.
Who all had access there? Who are the people? Correlate call records. And because it was a hotel, there would be video footage. All after that, whoever emerges as a suspect has to be interrogated, and the investigation will then come out with a theory of the investigation. So once a theory of the investigation emerges, these are the parameters on which you judge an investigative officer.
Okay.
I don't know whether the investigative officer is somebody who's sitting on his hands.
This has happened. They've looked at the video. See, there have been some falsehood propagated. They said that the cameras are not working. That's not true. Those videos have been looked. The police have given a statement under the DJP. All those videos, the room was not broken into. So all these things that Sanjay ji is speaking about has been looked at the police.
So Abha Singh, there's no case.
Under SIT.
There's no case. There's no case. Let's accept it at face value. That's what we should do. That's what Tehseen Poonawalla seems to be suggesting.
No, I am saying
let it all blithely be glossed over.
What is surprising that neither was Shashi Tharoor. This investigation was not done. His statement was not recorded. His mobile was not seized because it was necessary to see who had tweeted, what were the statements which had gone. All these investigations which showed that the Delhi police was under the influence, and that is why they are purposely trying to cover up. And maybe that is the reason.
Don't forget that this very doctor. No, one second. Don't forget that this very doctor has gone to the cat. This very doctor had gone to the cat a few months back saying that he was under pressure.
Exactly.
So there has been too much surrounding this entire issue to ignore and sweep under the
Now my last 2 points that I want to make.
We will go on facts and evidence. Had it been a common man, he would have been arrested by Delhi police now.
Okay, now my last 2 points. Exactly what Abaji is saying. Exactly what Abaji is saying. If Delhi police could be influenced by the government of that day UPA, surely they can be influenced by the government of this day. Number one. Point number 2, what you're talking about this doctor.
And I think that is why he's praising Modi now.
Just a minute, please. What you're talking about this doctor, Dr. Harshvardhan is on record, and I will forward you the email, saying that personal politics of AIIMS should not be bought. We do not doubt the veracity of the report. Dr. Harshvardhan is on record. This doctor had gone to Dr. Harshvardhan for a promotion, and Dr. Harshvardhan rejected it. So please look at all aspects.
One thing I want to do on this show is to attribute motives to anyone.
Please do an investigation. Either way, under the 56-inch Prime Minister, and please finish this off.
Please, let's not get sarcastic. I don't think we need to raise below the belt here. One second.
Just a minute, one last point, that there are certain parameters which the Delhi police should have followed. Did they raid Shashi Tharoor's house? Did they seize the laptop or the computer from where the emails were sent? When this basic investigation has not been done, that is the reason an SIT probe is being required, and it should be done.
The emails were the cause of a death.
Well, she was in a disturbed frame of mind. She was in a disturbed frame of mind. There are tranquilizers and there's an anesthetic that has popped up in her viscera report. Did she take it because she was in this disturbed frame of mind? We don't know, because we don't have prescriptions. We don't have prescriptions. This autopsy report even mentions that fact, Dr. Badai, that the IO has failed to furnish prescriptions, which makes this even more, in my opinion, even more of a suspicious case. Dr. Badai, am I wrong to assume that?
We don't have all the facts as to how these medicines, which are should be used under medical guidance, have reached someone's house or room or hotel. I don't have an answer for that though.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's just bring in Dr. Swami. I think his link has been restored. Why, sir? You've heard people. Would you still insist on an SIT probe?
Well, how can they see? That's not. They are saying that there is, in the autopsy report they said there is a mark on her cheek which shows that a thumb was used to press against her cheek, which made her open her jaws. There is an injection mark on her